Hey guys, my name is Daniel. This is my first YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing some philosophical topics that I usually share with my friends and decided to reach out to a larger audience via YouTube. Before I get into depth, I want to give a shout out to one guy who really inspired me to create this video. Excuse me? Sorry. He has his own YouTube channel. His name is Elliot Hulse. This man is a great inspiration. He really helped me when I was low. He makes many deep videos, and I recommend you check him out. I'll put a link to his channel in the description later. Alright, so before I get into depth with the video, I want to start off by a question. Okay. Alright, so let's say you, depending on your age and what you're doing, you go to work or you go to school, and every day is the same thing with the people, you know? These group of people is always talking with this group of people, this guy is always with this guy, this girl is always with this girl, this person's always talking smack behind this person, this guy is always trying to hit on this guy, this guy is always trying to hit on this girl, or this guy is trying to hit on this guy, that's how that guy rolls. And people put fake smiles and empty laughs just to make people to shush, to get away from you. And it's not because you're a fake person. It's just instincts. You don't want to hurt the person. You don't want things to get awkward, so you go right. It's everyone does it. And so then you get home. You get home to your sanctuary. You're separated from that influence of people. You're in your land, and you start listening to your kind of music. And music is really important because music is a great way to express yourself. You can tell a lot about a person by what music they listen to. Okay, so uh, so thinking block. Right. And you watch the movies that you like. You watch like the media, and you do things that you like. You like the hobby, like you do your own thing. You do you. And then you feel reconnected with yourself. You feel rooted with yourself. You're like, okay, I feel like me again. I feel good. I feel happy with myself. Then the next day, you go back to I'm sorry, I ate before I made this video. You go back to school or work, and it's the same thing again. And let's say there's a group of students or co-workers that you don't really like. You don't dislike them, but you don't like them. They're just not your group of people, but you can't do anything about them because you're in an enclosed environment and you just gotta be with them. So you hear what they talk about, and you hear the music that they listen to, and you feel lost in touch with yourself in a way. you know like those, like, the saying, like, don't be influenced by others, don't do drugs, peer pressure, don't do alcohol, all that shit. It doesn't only apply to that. It also applies to that. What hobbies you should do, what shirt you should wear, what music you should check out. It's all that, but you lose. And it's hard because when there's people around you who aren't similar-minded, like-minded, I don't know the right term for it, similar to you, right? Because there's no, when you find a person that reminds you of yourself, it's easy to express yourself with that person because you feel like you're talking with a mirror, but in your own way, right? And it just, you know, you, it just makes you feel like shit, simply put. You know, even if you don't hang out with those people, they're there. So just take that to thought. Just a question I wanted to ask, because I asked my friends that. It's a good question. So, alright, what I want to start with this video, I want to share some of my insights on some things, alright? So to give you background to make it easier, I wanna tell you guys, and please don't leave a bunch of hateful comments and start a start a war with you know, closed-minded, hateful, aggressive comments. I live in Israel, alright, but I used to live in New York. I was born and raised there. I've only recently moved here, and I'll tell you, alright, I'll tell you why I had to share that. But please don't make any narrow-minded comments about the conflict between Israel and Palestine, because this video isn't about that, really. Alright? Alright. So, in Israel, there's a mandatory draft to join the army when you're 18. Also for women, but women only need to serve 2 years instead of 3 years, like men. And usually women don't, they choose not to do combat roles, but there is an option for brave women who who want to. So oh yeah, so they have this program in Israel called the Gana, and it's optional. You don't need to go. The army you do, but the Gana you don't. It's practice to feel like what the army's gonna be like. It's 5 days. You go to a army base. You usually go there with your school. You know, I went a few months ago. I'm 17, so I need to go to the army next year, unless I move out of this country. And and I wanted to say it was really awesome, because even though the conditions weren't, you know, we weren't pampered like we are in society, in civilian life, you know. For example, we were only fed three times a day, and you know, snacks in between, if you had any snacks available. My back. So and you know, they give you a lot of foods rich in carbohydrates, like um bread, rice, fruits, schnitzel. Schnitzel, it's chicken breast fried in breadcrumbs. Fried chicken, pretty much. Yeah, fried chicken. But we call it schnitzel. So, schnitzel. So, so the food wasn't, you know, a 5-star meal, but fuck it, you're in the fucking army, you know. You're not in a hotel. You deal with it, you know. It's food. Eat it. Be thankful for it. It's annoying when people complain about it. So, and the food wasn't actually that bad. Alright, but, so, It's not like in civilian life. Whenever you're hungry, you just go to the kitchen, pop that fridge open, you eat whatever the fuck you want to eat, right? Whenever the fuck you want to eat. You have to wait for your meals. You actually look forward to your meals, and you're working all day because you gotta constantly keep running, and there's barely any moments when you rest. So you're tired, you're hungry, and when it's time to you sit your ass down, there's food in front of you, you appreciate it to the fullest extent. Really. And the food, even though it's not, you know, yeah, it tasted so much better because you felt like you worked for it, you know? You earned this food. It wasn't just burger. You fucking you worked for it, you know? And it's a good feeling. You you appreciate it more, right? The thing is, with society, we're pampered, and like, and also people forget. In my personal opinion, everything in this video is my personal opinion. Okay, so if I say something that might offend you, don't take it to heart. Okay. Humans, we are animals. It's no such thing as humans, animals, and plants. We're animals, right? You can't separate us. We're not. Yeah. And but the thing is, society tamed us. Society has put in a leash on us. We've become domesticated animals. Okay? Because society prefers us to be quiet instead of expressive. Okay? Again, if you watch Elliot Hulse, you can see I get a lot of my inspiration from him. You really check him out. But alright. So in the good now, one of the things I remember is when we had to yell back at our commander. She'll be like, in Hebrew, I had a female commander. Females have combat roles too, you know? Gotta give them respect. So, my commander was female, and, so she said, like, you have 20 seconds to run here to that location, and get into two lines. 20 seconds start, go, and then we had to yell 20 to 1 in Hebrew. We had to scream 20, 19, 18, with our uniforms on and our water container. We didn't carry guns, obviously. We were like only 17. But we did get to fire guns. Okay, but that's something else. Anyway, so by the time we got there, I don't know, she said something in Hebrew, and she said understood, and then we had to yell back in Hebrew, but I'll say it in English. Yes, Commander, and she'll be like, I can't hear you. We have to scream even louder. Yes, Commander, and she's like, oh, come on, I wanna stop whispering, I wanna hear you. And we yelled, and it really got you boosted. I really felt alive. I really felt like an animal. I felt free. I felt unchained. I felt really good. Wild side. I felt it's a really good feeling. And one thing I want to share that kind of interests me. Oh, excuse me. kind of interests me. I have a friend, and we were in the same group together. So one day we were all tired, we were all hungry. I'm pretty tired myself right now. We were all tired and hungry, and we did this thing where we went to a forest near the base, not forest, woods near the base, and we got with other groups, and we had to like, patrol the area, and we had to duck. We had to like prepare for like an ambush, and like, you know, some just to give you experience on how basic training is like in the army. So by the time we finished that, we were all getting back to the base. We were all tired. We were all hungry. So we were pretty cranky. And I was fucking carrying the water jug. They gave it to me, those motherfuckers. But anyway, no pain, no gain. Anyway, um, on the way back, my friend and this other douche were they were starting with each other. And my friend, he doesn't take shit, so he punched him right in the nose, and his nose started gushing with blood all over the floor. And you know, the commanders took him. They took him away, took him to the medical spot, and the commanders took my friend away. So, and this was months ago, by the way. So a few weeks ago, I was talking with my friend about the Ghana and our experiences there, and I asked him like, what did the commanders do with you? And he told me something surprising, and it actually made me like it was something interesting. He told me that the commanders themselves actually they expect that kind of behavior from soldiers. So I was curious. I was like, what, they expect you to be aggressive? I mean, like, they expect you to be violent in that way when you injure your own teammate. You were just practice. It wasn't like a real team, but they expect you to be like that. And he told me that under the conditions of the army, um, we adapt. Our testosterone levels hit the roof, okay? Because we're so we are we're so pumped from the our body has to struggle, our body has to fight. You gotta wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. That also fucks up your testosterone levels, but I'm not gonna get too into that. But your body has to fight. The commander always wants you to yell, and you always have to. You can never let your guard down. You always have to be attentive. You always have to be focused, right? And you're tired, you're hungry, you get pretty angry. So he told me that, um, when you're in the army or even basic training, like in the Ghana, and you're placed under those conditions, and also like you have a limited shower time and everything, every small detail. Even the fact that they separate you from women, which was the hardest part. Like you just see a bunch of dicks in the army. That's what happens. But anyway, so your testosterone levels increase, so your body will be able to adapt better to the conditions. And they weren't so mad at him. They just gave him a warning for punching a guy, breaking his nose. Yeah, he ended up breaking his nose and making him gush shitload of blood. And I thought it was pretty cool. Like, damn. you know. And man, it's already 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Didn't expect it to be this long, but I hoped it gave you a clear insights on my ideology. Again, this is my first video, and how do usually people do it? They say leave a comment, leave a comment, all that shit. Please, I want to hear your opinions on the matter. I want to hear your your um, your opinions. You know, anything you have to anything you feel like saying. Please feel free to express yourself below. And who knows, maybe I'll make another video. Alright.